Hello, this is Emily. Thank you for watching this video, whether you are a subscriber or not. In the past few weeks, we have been doing an outreach to help out 6 families who live in the Lake Laguna, Barangay Santo Niño, Poblacion in Muntinlupa. The recovery is very slow to get back to normal because of COVID-19 and the lack of jobs. So we are helping them out whatever way we can. This is how the neighborhood looks a few weeks ago. It really hasn't changed much because there's still water on the ground. To the 6 people that we are assisting in their livelihood, we hope that they would have a brighter day in the future. Most of the people do not have very much education, but they are willing to work hard to provide for their family. There are not enough jobs available for them to make a living, so the only option is to own a little business. To start a business, you will need money to do so. We are going to assist them to get on their feet. Like most Filipinos, they have the heart to be entrepreneurs, whether they provide some kind of service or be a vendor. In the previous video, we have provided them some. In this video, we will purchase equipment and supplies to get started with the business they choose. Michael is one of the beneficiaries. He wants to have a sari-sari store to sell many items in front of his mother's house. Next is Jessica. She wants a food kiosk stand to sell fish balls, french fries, squid balls, and so on. Here's Vilma. She has 12 kids. She and her husband have a small sari-sari store and are already established. Because of the COVID-19, where her husband lost his job and also poor business management, they are short of inventory goods to keep going on. Next is Renz Merrick. He wants to start a food kiosk stand selling lugao. She would like to have a food stand selling hot dogs and hamburgers. This is Miracle. Aiza wants to sell breakfast and lunch and snacks too. Nanette was chosen to host the presentation. She helped us find these people, and she has been. To make this project work, we needed a group of people who are willing to organize and devote their time to help people. Here's the team from left to right: Byron, Nora, Will, Nanette, and Rowena.
Hi guys, my name is Annette Gomez and I am from the Philippines, specifically in Muntinlupa City. I am happily married with four lovely kids, and I work as a member of the mayor's office staff at the city government of Muntinlupa. By working there, I was able to experience meeting different kinds of people from different walks of life. We also do community work, helping the indigent people and assisting them on their needs. Every day, that is our usual work routine as public servants. I also created the small group of people who are willing to share their blessings to the poorest of the poor. We have a project called hashtag Bless a Child Challenge. We go to certain places where we search for unfortunate kids and we try to find out what are their needs. And we are happy that through this project we were able to make someone smile, even for a day, by giving them gifts or something that would make them feel loved and cared for. That is what we love doing. That is why this made me feel happy and enthusiastic to have joined force with Wilma, my longtime friend, who approached me early this year and told me that a friend of hers, namely Emily and Dawn, are willing to help some indigent families that I am taking care of right now by assisting them and helping them to create their own way of living. They will help them start their own business. Just a small business will do give them a small capital to start with, and they will visit them from time to time just to make sure that their lives are improving. So, what do? We scout for target beneficiaries. Personally, we went to the flooded area near the Laguna Lake because late December of last year, that is 2020, Super Typhoon Rolley struck the Philippines, flooding mostly the nearby areas of Laguna Lake. Unfortunately, most residents from that area are informal settlers, meaning they do not have a decent home to live in. Most of the people who live there are jobless. Their way of living is from either selling street foods or finding anything they could find in the trash, like plastic, bottle, or paper cartons. They sell it to the junk shop in exchange for money so that they could buy food to eat. If I could also not imagine how 3 to 8 families could fit inside a square meter house. If you could imagine that, if you call it a house, because it is just made from scraps of wood, old rubber from car tires, plastic socks. They also have no decent toilet. They also sleep where they dine or eat. You can visibly notice that their kids are undernourished. Whenever they got sick, they just let it be. No medicine, no doctor, because they cannot afford. They cannot afford it. As said, if they die, they die. You know, it's very hard not to feel sorry about their situation. How hard it is for them to make a living, especially now in times of pandemic. The government gives assistance to indigent families, however, it is not enough. It's very uplifting that there are people like Emily and Dawn who are willing to help some of them to be able to rise up from their situation. I am hoping that we could also encourage a lot of people to do the same. I know we can only give a little, but with little things put together, we can achieve great things. So come on, let's make someone smile today. Thank you so much for watching.
Pure Gold Agra is where we will start buying food for the Sari Sari store. Of the 6 beneficiaries, 2 of them would like to have a sari sari store, and 4 of them would like to have food kiosks. So we will start shopping for supplies and food to get them started on their business. You can see rows and rows of packages, little packages, rows and rows of canned goods. You can buy as much as you want or as little as you want. Wow, look at this advertising on the sardine can. They have a picture of a young, good-looking guy to sell sardines. Artista talaga. The cart is full of cookies, candies, toothpaste, toothbrush, potato chips, biscuits, canned goods, soaps, etc., etc. It looks like we need to get another cart. Now that the baskets are filled, it's time to check out. I like the service that they give you. They box up your goods, they strap it tight. This is good security for the store, and it's also a good service for everybody. So they packed up the car with all the boxes. I think that all the boxes fit. Now it was time to buy supplies for the food kiosk vendors. They had to go to places like Divisoria, Vinyan Market, and the one in Alabang. Shopping in these places can be very chaotic, but yet fun. There's quite a variety of things to find. One of the things that they had to look for was a propane gas. This is what they used to cook with. They also had to look for pots and pans, spatulas, cups, bowls, plastic containers, umbrellas, and so on. In addition to the cooking utensils, they had to create a food list of things that they are going to be cooking, such as fresh or frozen fish balls, chicken balls, hot dogs, french fries, rice, noodles, bananas, cooking oil, and so on. So after shopping, they loaded it up in a tricycle, in a car, and they took it to a place where they can sort it out for each individual recipient. One of the team members was able to get permission to use the service vehicle from the city of Muntinlupa. This is what they used to load up the food supplies and take it to a place of venue. This is also was used to transport all the recipients and bring them to the place of venue. There was certainly good teamwork on everybody's part here. Um, they set up the tables, ordered balloons, ordered signs, made arrangements for food to be brought in to make this such a nice presentation for the recipients. Using the same service van, the recipients were picked up from their home and brought to the place of venue. They had no idea that they were going to receive goods to start their business. To start off with the presentation, Nanette came to the front and said a prayer for all.
Please like and subscribe to their YouTube channel. Yan lang po. And bigyan natin ng pagkakataon din makapagsalita yung isa sa ating coordinator, si Ate Mariting Kaliga. And magpasalamat din tayo. Nakalapag na natin. Ito ang ating coordinator sa yung
Then she introduced Miss Maravik to come up to the front, who is a barangay staff and is also a resident of the area. As a summary of her speech, she said that she is very thankful that she was the way for all of her neighbors to receive these blessings of help. She's happy that Don and Emily's help will be the way for them to start lifting up their lives. And she also said with teary eyes that she dreamed to be able to help other people who are in need, but she has no means to do so. She told the beneficiaries not to put to waste the opportunity and blessings that was given to them, and they should give value to what they received. Then Nanette introduced Wilma, who is the coordinator of the event, and she told the beneficiaries that she's the one that called on them, and she will be the one to be monitoring them after they start their business. She also spoke about how she met Donna and Emily and all the outreaches that they've done together. Then she spoke about how happy she is that God had made her a way to be the instrument for Donna and Emily to share the blessings together with her friends and for people who treat her like her own family. After the speech, each beneficiaries were called up to come to their table and receive their goods. My name is Wilma, or you can call me Will. I am from Manila, Philippines. I am known and endless tour guide. I am also a travel agent and a retail online seller of many things. How did I meet Don and Emily? In 2015, Don replied to an ad posted online offering a tour guiding service posted by my previous partner, Beth. She's now based in Cebu. That was the first time Dawn came to the Philippines and Emily too, after migrating to the United States when she was 10 years old. I am their tour guide since then and my previous business partner too. As the years go by, Dawn and Emily became our good friend and they treated us like their own family. They come to the Philippines once or twice a year for vacation, and every time they are here, an outreach program has always been the major part of our itinerary. The very first project we did was feeding the poor children in Parian Elementary School in Calamba, Laguna. We gave them packed of groceries, school supplies, and a personal interaction with the kids' parents to inspire them. It was Don and Emily's birthday when we did that project. Sometimes, Don would just spontaneously invite us to go to the supermarket to buy anything that he and Emily can share to our Filipino children, especially those that he sees sleeping on the street. We did this many times in Manila, Cebu City, and in Bacolod. In 2017, Don and Emily collaborated with a pastor in Bacolod to give help to the orphan children and another orphanage too in Dumaguete. He would talk to the kids and share wisdom to them. And the kids would sing to us as a token of appreciation for the kindness that they shared. Don and Emily came to visit my province in Legazpi, Naga, and Sorsogon in 2018, if I can still remember it correctly. We did an outreach there to feed the poor children in a school in Legazpi, and we visited also an orphanage in Naga City managed by the nuns. Sometimes, if it's not possible for them to visit, Dawn and Emily would collaborate with me and Beth to do an outreach. So we would form a group of people to help us out. And then we will look for beneficiaries like what we did in Batal and Zambales, where some of our Aitas brothers and sisters live. We coordinated with Teacher Yves during that time. One of my great memory of doing an outreach with Don and Emily was the one in Coron, Palawan. We are supposed to do an island hopping activity that day, but Don decided to cancel it. Instead, he requested me and Beth to shop for food, canned goods, rice, noodles, biscuits, and many more, to give it to the indigenous people living in the isolated islands. After buying the supplies, we repacked all the goods in the car with Emily's help, our driver, and our boatman. We bought fresh seafood and vegetables in the wet market, and then we cook it there in the island and share it with other people who went there with us. The best part has always been the surprise, the reactions, and the smiles of the people who received the gifts from Don and Emily. The list of the many blessings shared by Don and Emily to our Filipino people goes on and on. Every place we have visited, Don and Emily would share something to the underprivileged people. We have been to Batangas, Tagaytay, Laguna. We shopped in Manila's Divisoria in Chinatown. We did an outreach also in Puerto Galera in Mindoro for the ITAs also there. In Cebu City and the whole south of Cebu. We went to Bohol, in Panglao, Tagbilaran, and Tubigon. In Bicol region,
Don and Emily visited Legazpi and explored Naga, Sorsogon, the Panay Islands, Iloilo City, Concepcion Island, and Antique, and the famous Boracay. They were also able to visit Dumaguete and Palawan's Puerto Princesa, El Nido, and Coron, and the list of the many beautiful places here in the Philippines soon as they plan to retire here. Don and Emily have been blessed by God, so with God's direction, they are using their money from the retirement social security funds to pay for all the help they give. But of course, they are also open to anyone who wishes to assist their foundation financially by cash donation. They will then account for each dollar spent with a list of donors in the credits at the end of any video in which they use the donor's money. Or they can send you a personal email if any donor prefers with detailed expense account. No donor's money will be taken by our team for personal benefit. I wish for everyone capable anywhere in the world to be inspired and encouraged to do the same thing by connecting or collaborating with Dawn and Emily's Building a Better Tomorrow Foundation to share and spend your extra money for a good cause to help alleviate the suffering of poor children, especially those who cannot afford to buy food and support their education. Adopting just one kid to send him or her to school can be a big difference already. We are all in this together, building a better world for the next generation. I would like to personally thank you, Dawn and Emily, for all the help that you have extended to me and my fellow Filipinos for 7 years now. May God continue to bless you and your family with good health and abundance. Take care. Always take care in all your travels. To God be the glory.
Lalo't dito maririnig ang boses ng mga anghel.
Parang na-capture ko yun. Sige,